6-year-old Riker Roque was fighting for his life. His family didn't immediately react and took the baby to the hospital. Unfortunately, he was found to have a rabies virus. It turned out that the boy was bitten by a bat. I found a strange bat and wanted to call the animal welfare service. I put it in a bucket and left it on the porch. I told my son not to come close and not to touch the animal, says the father. It turned out that the guy touched the animal anyway, and it scratched him and bit him slightly. I told him to wash his hands under hot water with soap and then disinfected the bite site, the father recalls that day. The child was very afraid of injections, so they didn't take him to the doctor. That was his father's real mistake. It was necessary to urgently go to the doctor, then it would have been possible to save the boy's life. After a week, serious symptoms began to appear: constant headache, numbness of the fingers. They came to the doctor. As soon as the father said about the bat, the doctor immediately became alert. They immediately told me that rabies is almost impossible to cure. It's almost always death. I was cursing everything at that moment. Why didn't we go straight to the doctor? Says the boy's father. If the virus has spread throughout the body and reached the brain, it is certain death. Fever, headache, numbness of limbs, fever, that's what a person infected with rabies feels most often. His temperature rises, the ache begins all over his body. The fact is that rabies affects the nervous system, says the doctor who dealt with the case of Riker. It is necessary to consult a doctor immediately after an animal bite, especially if it is a wild animal that behaves strangely, aggressively, or looks sick. Then you have every chance to defeat the disease at an early stage. Unfortunately, the boy couldn't cope with the disease and died in the hospital. Doctors say that too much time has passed. Rabies has spread and reached the brain. He had no chance of survival.